tool belt to try to get there and maybe even try to sneak attack one of these teams that might know he's there. Perfect rotation coming out from Epic, not really getting tagged up. This is his chance. He's barely on that mine. He's barely on the threshold trying to stay alive.
Stay alive a little bit longer and you can get the placement points. That is truly what he needs to do. He's in 27th. Once he breaks past 25th, every team that falls will be a difference maker. It's all or nothing right now. He is only 91 above, just barely there, but the chance, the opportunity, the hope is still alive. So is Death, another solo who needs to stay up. One more team will be it. Phaser's already down. That means King is on his final leg too. King falls as well. And they are down and out. Epic Whale is now on that absolute line here.
Wow, he pulled zone as well.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about a blessing in disguise, a miracle even. That's going to allow him to let some of these teams go ahead, go over his box, under his box, and this could be the perfect moment to catch somebody off guard, but he has to be careful because a lot of these teams surrounding him are going to be full-on duos. You can even see Batman, Booga, and Rapid there. There might be one player towards the bottom that he could try to take advantage of, but it doesn't look like he's going to peek in that direction. He's just biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
2 points already given to him. 2 more points now.
No.
Top 23, but the surge updates as teams start to fall here. He's the final line. He is the one below. To his left, to his right, players everywhere, but the zone is behind him. And now, off he goes, 200 builds in front of him, showing you guys why he is a 6x FNCS champion. Can he clutch up? Surely he can. There's a player there. He sees the builds come out. It's fresh wood. Can he break it? No. Decides to go for it. 18 seconds now before the zone starts to close and move in. Players jumping everywhere. Zone's on his tail side. Crash pads in front of him. He takes one. Left exposed. He's nervous. Tensions are high here.
Time is definitely ticking. Only a few seconds left before Storm Surge activates. This is going to be the moment right here. It's all or nothing for Epic Whale trying to stay alive. 293 below the threshold. He's trying to move forward. He sees a couple players in front of him. The damage is there. He's trying to do just enough. Playing a game of peekaboo, but he's still below the damage threshold.
One tag, but no! Byla finds him! But did he do enough? Did he get to top 20 or not is the question. It's gonna be so very close. How many points did he earn? Back into the game though. The line is there. Peterbot is firing his way up to the top, and he's still going! Finishing the job that Epic left off. A clean finish there onto Rapid.
He's hoping and praying that every one of these teams are below him are getting eliminated by people who already have their spot secured, just like Peterbot and Byla. They're inside of that top 25. They're trying to push themselves even further, and he's hoping that it's them who take down some of these players. Moneymaker, Fnayan are going to be right below Byla. That's one of the teams that needed a big game here on the day. High ground's going to be stolen away from TK and Quanti. One of them's going to go down. The crash landing comes through, but Peterbot just dunks him out of the lobby.
Peterbot turning online now, but he loses Byla in the process now by himself. Peterbot has definitely done enough to get to Sunday finals. At this rate, it has to be. But Groles on the low ground here for Clownski has to put up the numbers. This is incredible. If he does enough, he can actually push players out of their top 25. This is one of the few players that needs a little bit more. Vidil's in front of Peterbot. There's still a few top teams in the running here.
Yeah, there's only just a couple of teams outside of that bubble that need these big points. Top 7. Every single player left is going to be solos. Peterbot falls. He was just on the bubble as well. Noxie getting an elimination on Delushi. Final 4 players. This is it. These are the moments. Noxie falls. 1v1 situation. Vidil versus Groles. A player who already has a spot versus a player who needs a big win. Groles goes down. Vidil takes him out. But who qualified? That's the question we're asking.
What a well-played fight it was, and Vidil and Savage get a win like we know they should. Absolutely deserving, and you have to give him the crown. We'll be seeing them at the finals.
You can see the celebration, the loudness. Frankie on the stage, let us know.
Vidil and Savage, not only did you just take the victory royale, you have also topped the leaderboard at the end of day 2. Congratulations, Vidil. I know you feel a bit on a high right now, but can you put this moment into words for me?
I don't know. It's just funny. I don't know. I just solo win. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the other people doing, but I guess it's worked. It worked, yeah.
You were winning. That's what you were doing. Savage, what was it like watching this man solo clutch?
I mean, I'm speechless. Like, this guy has to be the best player in the world after what I've just seen. Like, I just can't believe my own eyes.
There was a reason that you wanted to duo with him, but did you imagine this moment when you first reached out and said, let's duo?
I had no idea what I was getting into, but this kid... Oh, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. We'll allow it this once. I want to come to you, Vidil. This is your 8th LAN, I believe, so you've got plenty of experience under your belt, but you have never lifted a trophy before. Can you imagine yourself now at the front of this stage lifting that trophy?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Easy.
And what does it look like to you? What was that feeling in your brain when you think about lifting that trophy?
Well, I don't know, like, I would be so happy and like so proud of myself, and then, yeah.
And I want to come to you one last time, Mr. Savage, because there have been people in Copenhagen cheering for you all day. What would it be like to hear their voices tomorrow?
I mean, if we could do this tomorrow, that would be, I mean, that would be crazy. So, yeah, I'm gonna go back to the practice room now, focus on the day tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, we'll let you get back to it. Copenhagen, please, one more time, Mr. Savage of a deal!
I mean, come on! How else do we want to close this lower bracket? From first place in the last chance major to first place in the lower bracket. This is a story in the making. Congratulations, Mr. Savage and Vidil. I know y'all heard the crowd erupt here in the Royal Arena. My gosh, to come down as well to a solo fight.
I mean, the thing is, though, is that time and time again, these guys have seen themselves in a solo situation. In game number 1, it was Mr. Savage. In game number 3, it was Vidil. But look at Vidil right here with so many eliminations already, and then going into a 5-1v1. He was prepped, he was ready. These guys have already shown they can do it, and then they did it once more.
So locked in, so focused, so ready for everything put in front of him. Again, you mentioned it, right? All throughout the year, we constantly talk about these guys in solo situations. And this is what they do. They deliver. They have these big clutch moments. They like to leave it late, clearly, right? You know, last chance major winners now winning the lower bracket. Doesn't get quite better than that. Can they now win on Sunday as well?
Ooh, I mean, that's the question, right? But really, I just want to talk about how supportive they are of each other, how much they have each other's back. And look at that. First place coming out of the lower bracket with 249 points, but also Agers and Kanata coming in second. We all knew after Major 3 that this duo had it in them, but then they faced the impossible task in day 1, going up against the likes of Malabuka and Thomas HD, but we all knew that they were capable of showing up.
100%. I think when you look at all of those teams that were there on that page, right? You know, a lot of these are names that we expected to make it through the lower bracket when given that opportunity, and they have not disappointed. Of course, the main man himself here walking up, soaking it all in. How can you not? He's had so many fans and supporters here today. Almost everybody you speak to says, yeah, I want to support Mr. Savage. I want to see him qualify. Looks like he's going to be playing.
Mr. Savage, I know you can hear me walking away right now. I want to make sure that you never do what you did on the stage again, and that's sell yourself short. I know he's like Vidil in the moment, but Mr. Savage as well put on a performance for us. So I'm just looking forward to seeing them tomorrow.
I cannot wait to see. You know that they are feeling so good right now, and I think this momentum is going to carry them into the competition tomorrow.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We got to know the 25 players who has made it on to Global Championships Grand Finals. Here is a look at your list, and I would want to call out one duo in particular. Bottom left, second from the bottom, Rolls and Clown. These guys literally battled it out there in game number 5 of the day, and they literally found themselves in that top 25. They were outside, and in a single game, they said, Grands will be there.
Unbelievable. Rolls and Clown, are a duo that if you watch competitive Fortnite in the EU, their name you've been seeing about throughout the year, right? They're names who are in these lobbies and at any given moment can put on a performance like Rose put on there. And boy, did it come at a good time, right? You know, I spoke to them before the competition started and I actually asked them, between the two of you, who's the carry, right? Is it Clown, is it Grows? Who would you say is the carry? And Grows looked at me straight and said, look, I'm gonna be the one that steps up. And here in that last game to clutch up, to send them through to the final seek, it was Grows once again.
He played it so smart and so aggressively too, and obviously that just gave them the right amount of points that they needed, but also Stain and Datus just barely scraping by. We saw them have such hot and cold games throughout the day, but when it mattered most, they clutched up.
Such a good story, and of course, Danish fans rejoice. Steno and Lucy will be going on to grand finals as well. There is so much representation. There is so much on the line tomorrow. My goodness, my head is racing. Like, I'm just thinking of everything, all of the things. But what's important about today is for the 25 that did go through. Now you have to level set. You have to figure out what's the plan going into tomorrow. We know there's 25 duos there. What do we need to change up to prepare ourselves?
Well, I mean, the teams that have competed here today have either competed in day one or at least got the chance to see how the teams have competed. But that also works inversely, where the teams in day one now got to watch all the teams compete here today. So any kind of secret strats they potentially have is probably not going to be used anymore. They have to go to the drawing board, look at the VODs tonight, and you know a lot of these players are going to be studying up because there is $1 million on the line tomorrow for that first place spot.
Yeah, 100%, man. Everyone's going to be scrambling tonight, figuring out. Let's establish now what the map's going to look like even, right? Because certain teams, right, are they going to switch up if they're going back to a spot that they were contested at? If you're Vico and Pink, do you now go back, keep going to your spot and try and deal with Bacon and Cold? If you're Cammy and Seti, you're seeing Datus and Stain qualifying and you're going, oh my goodness, not these guys again, right? So, you know, again, you're going to have to spend the night really thinking about how tomorrow's lobby is going to play out for you.
So many things to break down. First, let's get a temperature check. We got to go back over to the Creator Lounge. We have the birthday girl herself standing by, Mama Benji Fishy.
Thank you so much, Zeke. You said it right there. The birthday girl herself, Mama Benji Fishy, the wonderful Mama Benji Fishy. Can we get a bit of a cheer for Mama Benji Fishy? It's her birthday, everyone. It's all for you. Now, of course, this is a global competition. So many people know you from the Europe region. Tell us about yourself if people aren't aware of you.
Okay, so my name is Mamba Benji Fishy. I mainly play competitive Fortnite. Obviously not at the level that is here, but that is my aim. That is what I'm aiming for. And my son Benji used to play with Mr. Savage.
Of course, you mentioned Mr. Savage right there. Yeah. I mean, you know Mr. Savage well. How happy are you for him to come out on top today and, of course, get that the fifth game victory royale?
Oh my God, yeah, that is like the birthday present I want. Actually, to go ahead then tomorrow and win the whole thing would be amazing. But yes, brilliant. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
I mean, overall, you've been watching from the stands. What's it been like to be here in person, watching the Fortnite event go down?
The atmosphere is amazing. I mean, all the crowds up here and everything. It's just it's not the same as being at home or whatever. Just seeing the whole crowd and meeting the fans and everything and supporting the players and the parents is great.
That's what we love to see now. I'm going to come to you with a question. Do you have a prediction for an overall winner tomorrow? We're hyping things up tomorrow. Who do you think is going to take it all home?
I would love to say Mr. Savage and Vadil, but I don't know. There's so many good teams out there. Obviously Malabuka, Queasy, but then they're being contested, like Canada at Racetrack and things. So who knows?
Who knows indeed. So many questions to be answered, but thank you so much, Mama Benji, for the wonderful interview. We're going to go back to the desk, though, for some more content.
Absolutely. And again, happy birthday, Mama Benji.
Happy birthday!
We love you. Thank you for stopping by. Man, oh man, tomorrow is going to be insane. I want to ask first, how did you guys find day number 2, the lower bracket?
I thought it was interesting. It was a little bit different than what we saw from day one, which was to be expected. These strategies obviously have to be a little different for the 25 teams that failed to be able to make it straight from day one into day 3. And to me, I'm looking towards Agers and Kanata. We all had such high hopes for them. We knew that they were able to perform on such a top level, but day one, obviously, they just faced Titans. And now in day 2, when they had a lot easier of a go at it, they were able to get a second place spot. But Levin, are they going to go back to racetrack?
Look, that is the question mark, right? That is what everybody will be wondering. I think the big thing for me here today to conclude the day is really just commiserations to all those teams that didn't quite make it, right? Of course, so many winners in their own right who failed to make it through, right? That's going to be a hard reality to deal with. And I think for all those players, you have to understand things didn't quite go your way here, but you don't give up, right? You keep going, you keep grinding, you keep hustling, and your time will come again. But I'm so excited for tomorrow. Oh my God, yeah. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and I mean, just to touch on the fact that some of these players are going home, they are still 75 of the best duos in the entire world. So if you are out there and maybe your favorite duo didn't make it and is going home, please still send love their way. They would appreciate it. We appreciate the fact that they were here to compete at this level. I know you're entertained. Now, before we say goodbye, I wanted to send it on over to MDF and Jacob PR to get their thoughts on the day.
This has been probably one of the best days of Fortnite in the history of its existence. I feel like it's my birthday, and these are the presents I've been given game after game after game.
Yeah, it really was a day of celebration. Of course, if you made it this far into the, the stages, this upper bracket to the lower bracket, congratulations, of course, on your year. Well played and well spent, of course, competing. But tomorrow we gear up for our top 50, and the dynamic has changed like we just already touched on. The players that are introduced now into the finals lobby, we'll just see who's contested now.
Yeah, but that's going to do it for myself and the great monster D-Face. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you guys so much. A fantastic set of games on the day, and now we start to wrap things up. The only thing left is to start focusing on tomorrow. These players will have to review. They will have to come up with plan for tomorrow's FNCS Grand Finals of the Global Championships. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow, and as well, as I teased earlier, I've got 2 very special friends coming tomorrow's halftime show. Please don't miss out on that. As always, Fortnite fam, we'll see you here tomorrow. Stay safe. We love you. We'll see you on the battle bus.
し